I stopped at Red Lobster in front of Hyatt Place. I went in to get a card, and they have a lobster tank right there. So I spoke to the lobsters for a little bit. They're from Maine. They're advertised. And as I was putting my bag away, one of the staff, apparently from the Red Lobster, came out and asked me, "Ma'am, do you need anything?" Now, in this climate and environment, and as a category of behavior in and of itself, the line that's just said without thinking more deeply on things is, you can't do that to someone. I can continue defining it here as I'm thinking. You can't harass people. You can't own them. You can't impose your physical presence on them. A concept of freedom is all of the above and so much that is the normal, intuitive, social, and real functioning of man in society. But before the concept of freedom, for dealing with people with whom that concept is meaningless, there's a line of development in civilization and man, out of which we all grew, which says the same thing about that kind of behavior. Think of anthropology and living in a clan when we were hunter-gatherers. If there's a woman who sits next to a girl, constantly talking to her and asking her things, she would get kicked out of the clan. You can't do that to someone. You can't impose your presence on them. You can't never let them exist. And you can't impose authority against all the definitions in which man exists. Girl, woman, young, old, doctor, janitor, so on and so forth. The bottom line on the word it is violent. The other bottom line is transgression, and travesty. After that, you have further definitions, as in killing someone, taking away their freedom, making their lives impossible. And the functioning of man, if you go back to the analogy of the hunter-gatherer, worked with life made possible for men. That woman would have to be kicked out of the clan because everyone needs to survive, and her behavior in hurting one girl would threaten everyone's survival. I'm still at the Red Lobster, as you can see.